Hi, I'm Kristen Hubert from Upcycle My Stuff, and today I'm talking about another way that you can buy fabric cheaply. So if you're looking to build your fabric stash on a budget, or you're just looking to buy less completely new fabric, well, what I'm going to show you today is new fabric, but it's what we're talking about is remnants, bolt ends, bale ends, whatever you want to call it. It's a good way to get a nice amount of fabric if you're wanting to do something scrappy or just a small craft project if you're not a quilter. This quilt behind me, I'll put another bigger picture of it up, was made with remnants and things that I just bought on eBay, so I didn't have loads of it. Anyways, I've got a couple price comparisons, but I don't have for every single one of these fabrics. But if you shop for fabric already, you'll probably get the gist. But just to give us, just so that, because I'll give you the measurements of the fabric and how much I spent on them. So these were all on eBay. So a fat quarter is, which is like a traditional measurement where you might buy a piece of quilting cotton, is in the States, it's 19.5 inches by 22 inches roughly. And where I am, we would say 50 centimeters by 56 or 55 centimeters, something like that. And then the other one that would be a good comparison for the sizes that I've bought these bolt end bale ends in is a long quarter, which is 25 centimeters by 110 centimeters or 10 inches by 44 inches. Okay, so those are our comparisons. So let me show you the fabric. So the first one is this one. This is nice and bright and colorful. Let me show you so it's Michael Miller Painter's Stripe, I think is what it's called. Yeah, and it is 30 centimeters by 110 centimeters, and that was £2.99 including the postage. So I thought that was pretty good. So that's a little bit bigger than a long quarter. So if you were comparing kind of price, and obviously this is, so some of these will be people offloading their own stash, but I think most of them are usually fabric stores where, you know, they've cut the standard sizes and they've sold those in the shops, and then they've got a bid at the end that they need to sell on, so they go and post that on eBay. So that's usually who's selling these, but not always. Sometimes it is crafters and sewers themselves. So the next one is Moda Grunge Peach, and this remnant is 44 centimeters by 48 centimeters. So it isn't quite a fat quarter. It's smaller than a fat quarter. And including the postage, it was £5.55. So it's not particularly cheap, this one, if you compare it to the cost of some fat quarters. Although I haven't checked exactly how much a Moda Grunge fat quarter would be. It might be that that's more expensive. I don't know. Okay, the next ones are all the 3 Tula pink hexy fabrics. Can't tell which one. One of them's called Chameleon. Here they are. One of them's called Chameleon. One of them's called Juniper, and the other one's called Hexy. I think this is Hexy Thistle. And so the two green ones were £2.16 each, including postage, and the pink one was £2.81, including postage. And they were sold as fat eighth, which I think that's the same as a long quarter. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's smaller. Yeah, no, that's not a long quarter, because that's not the same length, so that's smaller. So these were probably fairly expensive, but I'm not going to go out personally and buy a whole bunch of, like, a fat quarter bundle of Tula pink or something. I like some of her fabrics. I'd love to use little bits of them in little scrappy quilt blocks and things like that, small projects, but I'm not going to spend the money and buy it all new. So just like picking up bits and pieces like that when I see it on eBay, I think is a more economical way for me to use a bit of her fabric. Okay, then I've got 2 blue ones. So this one doesn't have, is it this one? This one, I don't have the fabric name. It might be it's on here. Andover, anyway. Maybe somebody knows the name of that. It's kind of a dark navy or a black with a blue, sort of almost a constellation sort of a thing on it. And it is 112 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So it's not quite a long quarter. It's not quite as wide as a long quarter would be. But that was only £1.86, including the postage. And like, you can do a lot with that. So you could cut it in two and make it the top and bottom of a baby quilt border, or use it in lots of little scrappy blocks and things. I'm usually buying these little things for, like, I really like foundation paper piecing. And I've been slowly working on quite a few projects for that. So just having little bits where you can just get the color or a different pattern can be useful. And then this one, now I have seen this one before, but I do not know what is it thatched? That's not what they've called it here. They've called it Bare Essentials Blue, but maybe that's just the color. And that one is 112 centimeters by 18 centimeters. So again, not quite a long quarter, but quite a bit of fabric. And that one was £1.87, including the postage. Okay, now this one is a great big bundle of things. So this is 11 pieces of Pop Dots fabric. So it's all these rainbow colors. So there's black, gray, blue, green, lime green. What we got? It's kind of fuchsia color, purple, orange, and pink. And finally yellow. So I love myself a good rainbow. I like colorful, bright fabric. This is my kind of stuff. And this was, so these, each piece is 8 inches by 44 inches. So that's not quite a long quarter either, but it's close. And that was, sorry, £12.49, including the postage. Okay, so for my comparator, I found, this is the one I've got a comparison for. I found a 12 fat quarter bundle, so I'm obviously missing one of the colors. I don't know which color. Maybe red. Anyway, for £19.81. So 12 fat quarters for £19.81, and this is 11 almost long quarters for £12.49. So that's, I thought that was pretty good. And I don't mind having the selvage edges because, as you know, I've got other projects I like to make with those too, so that's cool. And then the last one is this one, which is Dashwood's Walk into the Woods is what it's called. It's really pretty. I really like this one. So it's got brights, but it also has like a more floral kind of look. And that one was 28 centimeters by 110 centimeters. So that's a little bit bigger than a long quarter. And that's £4. So I haven't added that all up, but and this was, you know, over a few days. It's just that they all kind of arrived at a similar time in my post box. So that's my haul of remnants, bolt ends. So the things you would search on eBay for that would be bale ends, bolt ends, sometimes fabric remnants, but you'll get other stuff with that as well. Bolt ends is what I usually would search, but you do see some people calling it a bale end. And so then I would filter down to my location because I don't want to pay postage from the US. So there's, I bet you could get better deals in the US because there's more quilt shops, probably more people offloading stuff. Yeah, and then I always do ending soonest because that's just how I roll. So I hope you found that interesting, just a bit of vicarious fabric shopping. And obviously, you know, I can't promise you're going to find the same things, but if you check on it once a week, if that's what you're looking for, then you can find some really good deals and get some really lovely fabrics for not that much. And you also don't need to buy over the size that you really need or really want, which is what can lead you to have more and more scraps and more things to use up and kind of clutter your sewing room. So yeah, if you enjoy tutorials like this, not a tutorial, if you enjoy if you enjoy hauls like this, then do subscribe. Please hit the like button or give me a comment. Let me know where you buy your fabric. and hit the bell for notifications, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Thanks for spending time with me. Bye.